All right, it is race day. So one qualifying session for all the classes today, and then they go into eliminations. Streetcar shootout, we got our one pass turned in yesterday, we got the drive done, and then now we're probably pulling two passes from today, depending on how everything goes. We do have a backup time slip from the Durango. We got to go through that, make some changes to that. I mean, we did the nitrous with it to test it, and then now we just got to make adjustments on there for the next run that we go to do with it, and we'll get out there and hopefully we get real low into those fives. I mean, that's where we want to be at, is down low in the 5 range, because the closer we are to a 4, the easier a 7 is out the back. So that's where we're at with the Durango. We got the nitrous in there. We're still playing with, I mean, literally everything's just soft. We're trying to make incremental gains. We gained 5 numbers, so I mean, that's all good. I mean, going in the right direction with it. There's still a lot left to go, and as we incrementally work at it. So we'll see on the next pass, but I mean, we're going in the right direction as long as everything keeps getting faster and faster. I mean, that's what we're going for. I mean, when it gets stagnant, that's what you gotta worry about. So like our last night deal where we did it and we took a step back, well, Aiden seemed to think that we just didn't have it iced down good enough because intake air temp was up about 20 degrees from what we were the pass before. Now we were 20 degrees lower on this pass, went faster, so we just got to make sure it's good and iced up. I mean, this gas stuff, 1.0 is the only other gas one I have with an intercooler besides this, so intake air temp means a lot, so we're going to work on that.
I'm Chuck Stefanski from Big 3 Racing up in Northern Ohio. This is my 1981 Pontiac Grand Le Mans Safari wagon. So it's got a big block in it, Pro Charged. Not a whole lot of Pro Chargers do the drag and drives at this level anyways. So I decided let's do something a little bit different. We did Sick at the Rock a month ago or so and did pretty well. Actually took home 3 things for that. The fastest 4-door, fastest supercharger, and then actually most consistent, which was kind of a fluke. I turned it up more and ended up getting a misfire and ran within, 3/10,000ths of a second of the pass prior. So I turned those 2 in. So that's pretty cool to have a 450 car that's consistent. It wins most consistent. So yesterday we struggled a little bit, but we kind of brought it all home at the last pass. Ended up only going to 474, but it was enough for us because before that it was a 590, and that's not okay. Can't go with a 590. We had to turn in one from yesterday. So we put in that 74, and hopefully today we go a little faster and improve on that average. We were actually able to bring down 3 cars, so there's 3 of us in Big 3. It's not what it stands for. It's actually the Big 3 auto manufacturers. But anyways, we got all 3 cars here. We got the purple Hemi Fox and then Rick's 72 Duster with a traditional small block Mopar in it. But I'm sure he'll tell you a little bit more about that here in a minute.
I'm Rick Trunkett from Big 3 Racing in Cleveland, Ohio, or near Cleveland, Ohio. This is my 1972 Plymouth Duster that I've owned for 25 years. My first car I bought when I was 15 years old. I stayed true to the Mopar purist. It's got a small block Chrysler in it. It's a 440-inch small block with twin HV2 8280s. It does have a Power Glide transmission and a 9-inch rear end, but it still retains all factory suspension. So it's got bolt-on Caltrax, factory torsion bars, with just bolt-on components and bolt-on shocks with Afterworks Santoff custom valve shocks on it. Yesterday we rolled struggle bus pretty bad. I think we might have beat the sidewalls out of the tires. I went down, and after the rain I must have had water somewhere. I dumped my own water on the car and spun, and then the second pass I went up and someone drove down the track with their exhaust and dumped water in front of me and it spun, and then I put a really soft A to B tune-up in it on the third run, so I had to turn something in that wasn't so embarrassing. So it was a struggle yesterday. Today we're gonna come back at it a fresh head. I got a new set of tires that Mickey Thompson's putting on now. I'm gonna run lash on the motor. The cruise went great. Gonna put new spark plugs in it, and then hopefully, if the track holds and everything's good, we're gonna try and go for our personal best later today after I get 2 safe, good passes in.
Hi, this is Bob Hess. I'm from Northern Ohio. This is my 1982 Mustang with a Gen 3 Hemi. I'm bad at this. With a Gen 3 Hemi in it. I'm a Chrysler guy, so Fox Body Works. Put a Chrysler in it. It's got a turbo 400 transmission, 9-inch rear, and a 98 millimeter HPT turbo on it. So I mostly do drag and drives with this car. So far, its best has been a 733 at 194 miles an hour. This weekend, we're trying to get back into the 70s. We made some changes, so weight's kind of not where it needs to be, so we've been fighting some wheelies this weekend. So we're hoping to get that under wraps and hopefully win something today. So far, the theme yesterday was wheelies. First one, it went power wheelie pretty good. I tried to drive through it as best I could. Second one, we turned on our wheelie control, and that neutered it down pretty good, but a little too good. So then we loosened that up a little bit, and then turned it up because the starting line was better, and did another one. So now today we made some shock changes and trying to move some weight a little bit and hopefully get down with the nice successful no wheelie 470 something. I'd be happy.
Six Summer brings America's fastest street cars to the Midwest. See Cleus McFarland, Alex Taylor, Tom Bailey, Steve Morris, and many more racing their way into the record books. Bring the family to Byron Dragway, Illinois on June 15th and 16th. Great Lakes Dragaway, Wisconsin on June 17th. Cordova Dragway, Illinois on June 18th. Tri-State Raceway, Iowa on June 19th. And then back to Byron Dragway on June 20th. Visit sickthemagazine.com for details. Spectator tickets are on sale now. Kids 12 and under get in for free. Motion Raceworks 6 Summer is the ultimate horsepower party. Go to sickthemagazine.com for more details.
All right, so we only got the one run in with the GTO yesterday. When after the rain and all of that stuff, when I finally got the run in, then something happened with the nitrous. I was able to perch it up at the line, and then when I launched with it, we definitely didn't have nitrous, or maybe we only had it for a fraction of a second and then we lost it. I don't know what, but it was basically a non-nitrous pass. Came back, Aiden and Andy screwed around with the thing for hours and figured out what Andy had done wrong, but they figured that out after they'd rewired everything to get rid of what they didn't know, to only come to the conclusion that the whole problem was in the button.
After a lot of digging and looking and changing, I didn't rewired the whole thing, all the nitrous side of it and the fuel side of it. We found that one of the trigger wires are pinched up in the coffee pot. Well, you call it, not the coffee, what do you call it? A steering boss. So it was intermittent problem there. So we found that, fixed the wires, but we looked everywhere else except there, and yeah, it was late night. So hopefully now Aiden's wired it to the two-step and everything. We found it's got an MSD up under the dash, which we never knew, and we've wired the trans brake to the two-step, which will give it a better launch. So yeah,
because they rewired everything, now they said that it's a new and improved nitrous system. So now they say that I probably have a two-step, that's possible, and I can hold down the button for the trans brake, and then I can hold down the button for the nitrous, and the nitrous won't fire until I let go of the trans brake. So once I stage the car, then I got to do this, then I got to do this, then I got to bring it up on the chip that's probably there, maybe, and then I got to let go of this but hold this, and then make sure that I let go of this before I lift, or else the whole intake manifold blows off. So that's where we're at with the GTO. So we'll see how that works out. And if their stuff doesn't work and somehow the nitrous fires while I'm sitting there and go on the trans brake, then just make sure you're filming, because the hood's probably coming off. But we'll see. You've seen all those videos on the internet. Well, seems like they set me up for that right now. I got the nitrous when it was still in the wheelie, and then it just carried the wheelie out further with the nitrous on. So that was good, but then it kind of, I think that I short shifted from first to second too soon, and it really laid over when I went into second. I think it needs to be way up there on RPM. So I don't know where that compares to what our other passes were. With two cars, you can't even remember. So what's that?
I think like it picked up a 10 or something.
It's slow. You need to hold the nitrous while you're holding the trans brake.
Yeah, but to me, what was the down the track laying over? I thought that's where the nitrous would really be doing me good, but maybe that short shift just killed it too bad. But I let off the nitrous a little bit early, but because I'm like, I don't even think it's doing anything at this point. So, but definitely I got the button at the right time in the wheelie, kept that wheelie longer. So I mean, shit, she was rocking. Want to win a drag and drive ready 1965 Pontiac GTO? This is a car for you. It's got a 383 stroker small block in it, turbo 400 with a manual valve body in it, fresh 850 chassis on it. It's got nitrous we haven't even used yet. It's got drag radials on it. So this thing is ready for you to take it on a drag and drive. Every dollar you spend over on the Sick Merch site gets you an entry. I mean, there's anything from a couple dollar sticker all the way up to t-shirts and hats and blankets, all kinds of good stuff. Also, if you're a subscriber to the magazine, you're already entered. Now you're gonna wanna grab some bonus entries by grabbing some fresh merch. I mean, there's giveaways, and then there's giveaways. This is the giveaway. SickTheMagazine.com. Go grab the stuff, and you can take home this 1965 Pontiac GTO. So yesterday with Lil Gangstas, there was a $200 buy-in and then the pot. So then $3,000, so that means there's 15 cars that bought in. Today, I think that there's like close to 30 cars in Lil Gangstas. There was a free entry for it. So you have a lot of the street car classes and stuff that also signed up for it. So it's cool to see those cars intermix it with the Lil Gangster stuff. And hey, it's just a cool class because, I mean, who leaves first might have break out. So, and you don't, and from here, they always look like they finish at the same time. So you don't know who's going to win or lose. So that's what's cool, and no time. So you don't know if somebody won because somebody broke out, or if they won because they were better on the tree, or, I mean, you just don't know. And that's kind of the cool thing about it. And the other is they don't know. They don't know. They don't get a time slip, so they don't know what they ran. They just know that they won or lost, and I mean, that's it. So very cool. Excited to see them out here, and hey, let's get into the action. We went literally one number faster, but still did go faster. We did cool it down a lot more. I got to wait to see what the intake air temp was, but I mean, we double iced it to make sure it was cold. So, I mean, if that was the case, we're probably 20 degrees colder intake air than the one before. And I mean, we only picked up one number. So, not sure on that. We'll have to look at that and then see what changes we can make because, like I said, that's a 30. We've been 19, so 530 in the 8th. We've been 519 with it, and that's what we're trying to get back to. I mean, 530 might be a 7-second pass, but would rather be in the low fives to kind of guarantee that that will be a 7-second pass. And I mean, definitely we're making more power than we were before, so we just have to get the tune up right. And I mean, would love a 490 in the 8th with it, and then we know that that'd be a nice, easy 7-second pass. So we'll see. The nitrous that I turned on wasn't, the light wasn't lit, so I don't know if you got the trans brake and the nitrous together, but neither one worked. Because when I backed up, I was going to do a launch again. Well, I go to hit the trans brake again, even though that guy's telling me no, I was still going to launch whether he gives me a time or not, and nope, blows right through, no trans brake.
Blown that main fuse. Blown your main fuse.
I would just put another one in
And see what happens. We're gonna go.
Is the line lock on the same one? They've been messing with the GTO, getting everything ironed out. They did have it like on the one pass. It did work. Now there's a not just a trans brake. Now there's a 2-step. So set at 3,000. We'd like to be able to set it a little higher because I was foot brake launching around 4. But if we could get it up to there. But that time I went up there, hit the trans brake, and literally it took off. There was no trans brake. So it blew the fuse that is for the trans brake and for the nitrous. And not sure why. Don't know if there's a short or what there is, but something blew, and so obviously that didn't hold me at the line. And I mean, I even backed up to hit it again, and the guy didn't want me to, but I was still going to launch. Well, I mean, tried again, thinking I made a mistake, and no, there was no trans brake with it. So,
see, trans brake on this one, nitrous, so that stays on. You let the trans brake go, turns the nitrous on. So, momentary purge. Don't know.
So it works 1,000 times.
1,000 times. 1,000 times. Completely rewired it from yesterday. The whole Aiden wanted to do it his way, and we changed everything, and it's still. Arm it. Nothing. Nothing. Arm it. This arm. Nothing. Arm. Trans brake. Nitrous.
nitrous is wired up how Jimmy Dale says. So he said get ready for a pop, and that pop is the back bumper hitting the ground, but we'll see.
Last time was cruise problem because I didn't have trans brake. That time driver problem. I was supposed to hit the trans brake first, which I did, then hit the nitrous, and then when it went green, just let go of the trans brake. As soon as it went green, I let go of the nitrous, and I'm like, what? Let go of that, and then I hit that, but it did go faster than it did before, so we gained 5 numbers there, but not the effect we were going for. So there's one more round. We get to run again, so I guess this car needs to go again. But
Do we know if the electrical stuff works?
all the electrical stuff worked because I had the nitrous and everything. So I mean that part's.
Can you say thank you, boys, and not shit canners again about fucking not doing our job right or something? Or
Well, what happened is because
He needs some love. He needs some love over here.
no, what happened is because I watched Andy so many times go to press the nitrous and he kept hitting the right button on the steering wheel. So mentally, I think it stuck into my head that then all of a sudden when it was time to go, I said, oh, Andy said, screwed it all up.
that's no good.
He needs to pick me up.
Throw me under the bus every 5 minutes. I'm going. When's the next flight out of you? I'm out. I'm done.
official yet, Chuck, because the numbers still have to be crunched well into the night.
Yeah.
But
Going for what, fastest Ford in a Pontiac?
Yeah, it's fastest Ford in a Pontiac. No, I think I beat Tom Bailey once again with the fastest four-door, fastest supercharger. Those I think I secured, but there's also fastest small tire, fastest overall, and fastest big block. So I think I secured those 5 as of now. I hope so. We had a really rough day yesterday. The first pass, I hit the trans brake and the car shut off, completely shut off, and I had to restart it, and that was a wasted pass, and just got down there. I had a 28-second 8th mile time, so obviously couldn't turn that in. Came back up here. There's some water on the track before I went down, spun, and went a 590. So obviously I couldn't turn that one in, and then I gathered it up somehow on the very last pass and went a 474. And then today we had a couple safe ones, went like an 83 and then a 77, and finished with an average of a 79. We did try turning it up on the last one just to try to go into the 60s, and it spun again with a really hot track, and it just didn't hold it. So, but I'm still okay with all that. You know, it's not as fast. Obviously, we went way faster at the Rock, but that's okay. So sometimes you have to race the racetrack.
At this point in time, it only comes down to me, unless a fuse happens to blow. But they put a big enough fuse in there that I'll get to watch, like Fast and the Furious, when the nitrous goes through the system, I'll get to watch the flame travel through the wire, because they put a big enough fuse that something shorts out, I'll just watch the coating on the wire melt before that'll fail. So it's going to come down to me letting go of the right button, not the left button.
You got it in your brain?
The right is the right, the left is the wrong.
We could leave here with a 10-second car if you get this right.
So, well, a 10-second capable car. We can't make a pass, a full pass, so we don't know. It's all on the math. But
Potentially.
and to me, like that part's less important than a big ass wheelie when we leave the starting line. So that's what I'm hoping for. Is if there's sparks flying off the back, and it's not 10-second translatable, that's still a win.
What you wanted to do.
Exactly.
Run slow, but get the wheels up.
Exactly. And ride it for a long time. I was just looking at the sky, just waiting.
You're almost taller than the Christmas tree, so that's pretty good.
How's that?
That was good. Then I saw the time and I'm like, what the hell? It went slower. But I guess when you're putting the force into going up instead of straight, maybe that's a little different. But that was a heck of a wheelie. That's a win to me. Like, literally, you want to do that? Buy some merch. Ready to go. You can drag. We didn't touch the bumper, though. So, I mean, that's the only thing we didn't get out of it, but she was up there. And she held it for a long time, and about the time I shifted into second, she started to lay down, and good to go. All right, here's where we wrap it up. We got Jimmy Dale, and we got Bill, who's done a bunch of our events. Last night, a 6 summer winner, well, second place finisher, won the whole Lil Gangstas thing in a street car. Jimmy, my money's on Bill. So I got 20. Because I got to go with the streetcar guy. So we'll see how this works out, but it's been awesome having Jimmy Dale come here and do this stuff. Like, very cool. And it's awesome to watch. And a lot of people say, oh, when there's no times or whatever, I don't like watching. But with their breakout, it makes it so competitive to where it's not like normal no time stuff. And the fact that they don't know what they're running, that makes it even better because they don't know how close they were and what to do with it and who they got. And I mean, just an awesome group of guys and fun to have them here. So.
Coming back.
Baby. Good job. Two-man team. Good job, boys. Dude in the wheelchair and the dude with the ugly nose, man. We got it done. We got it done. Come on up here. Woo! You damn right we did, baby. Come on.
So, all right, we're going to take pictures and shit. We'll holler at you when we get in the truck.
In a race that you had to pay to get into, you end up giving. Oh, he gave
Bet
you
on
like
the damn
20
streak.
bucks. Hey,
Wait, can you sign that? We're going to put that one on the wall.
We're going to put that one on the wall.
Won yesterday, so let's talk real quickly. Talk about the fact that you have done a lot with 50 Shades of Brown, and then yesterday you buy in your buddy Michael Poland, make his first lap ever quicker than 8:20, and then also his first run ever in 50.
Poland been telling me we got to turn it around and drive it down the track, which I don't know. It's kind of an asshole move, but we'll try it.
Ask for forgiveness, not for permission.
I can't add anything to that considering how Jimmy Dale is. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jimmy Dale, the winner, and Lil Gangstas. 5:30, no time.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate all your help. It's been good hanging out with y'all.